Sue here. It is Easter Sunday today and I've made a wonderful dinner for me and Simon. Anyway, I have made a really lovely dinner today, especially for Easter. So let me just show you this wonderful dinner today. I've made roast duck. I've made cauliflower and broccoli bake with brie on. I've made my very own red currant sauce. I've made my own gravy. I've got my own roast potatoes from the potatoes that are Welsh, by the way, that we bought locally. And then afterwards I will show you the pudding that we're having. I've made like a sponge with fruit, which is all my own fruit that I grew in the garden. So anyway, me and Simon are going to enjoy this now on the patio as it's a really nice day, and we're going to have a no alcohol Guinness. Okay, so we're going to go and enjoy this now. Bye! Sunday dinner, yummy, yummy, yummy. Yes, we're having beautiful duck today with lovely cauliflower cheese made with brie and yummy roast potatoes and my own homemade gravy and red currant sauce. Yum, 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 yum. Dolbrodmaeth Gardens Day. It's the 21st of April. I just cannot believe it's 21st of April. I don't feel like I've achieved hardly anything this month. Anyway, yeah, so it's 21st of April. We have got loads and loads of hoverflies in the polytunnel today. I'm just come out because I need to just sow a few more seeds, because I've noticed my tomato seeds are taking a hell of a long time to go, so I'm going to just sow a few more just in case these ones don't take. I need a couple more tomato plants. I've got like 3 tomatoes growing at the moment, but they're very tiny. But I thought I would just do a few more. I've just had to come out of the polytunnel because it's absolutely baking in there. Yeah, but I want to sow some more seeds today before I do some strimming. I'm looking for a weed killer right now, which is taking me forever because I don't really want to use glyphosate, but I'm going to have to use something strong on the paths and the car park, because I cannot spend the rest of my life strimming, because last year and the year before I've never used weed killer. I've tried vinegar, salt, and now I've done the chlorine, everything like that, but nothing kills the things. They keep coming back. I need a permanent killer of these weeds in the car park and just up the drive. I don't mind strimming, like I won't put any nasty weed killers or anything like that. I don't even want to use nasty weed killers, but I don't know what else to do. I've tried vinegar and salt and all different kinds of things. If you look back over my videos, I've used so many different kinds of chemicals to get rid of weeds on my path and my car park. And I'm still looking for something. So I've been reading all the reviews because I don't want to buy something that's supposed to be good and then it's not good, and then I've got the same problem again and wasted loads of money. I looked at burning them, but then they grow back because it doesn't kill the roots. I need something that goes down to the roots and kills them. I can't have weeds in the car park and up the drive. It's just too much work to try and keep them down. It's all right, people saying pull them out, dig them out. I can't. The car park's massive and it's just too much workload. We've got so much to do here as it is without making loads of work for ourselves with weeds. The weed killer will not be anywhere near my gardens. It's just basically for the car park and the path going up to the top of the drive. Anyway, that's it. So I won't put it round here. I've got loads of ground elder growing, but I usually just trim it round here. I don't mind that because yeah. Anyway, so I actually do want to do some seeds. I'm just going to try and go back in the polytunnel at being cooked, and I'm just checking under the table here. There's a beetroot there. Yeah, that's not really going to feed us though, is it? One beetroot. Anyway, there's some there. Oh, I don't know. It's too hot. I don't know what to do now because I'm absolutely baking in the polytunnel. Oh, I thought it was alright in here. It's actually cooking time. Anyway, let's just drink our coffee and we'll make a decision what we're doing. Yeah, because I do have a lot of work to do indoors. But every time the sun comes out, I have to come outside. So I've made a deal with myself that as soon as it's not raining, I have to come outside. And then as soon as it rains, I go indoors and do some work. I haven't started yet because I've got waylaid by lots of things. And Easter, because I made a lovely dinner yesterday for me and Simon. And I just, yeah, I put some plants in yesterday and I've done some seeds the other day. So I try and do something every day when I come out, even if it's just transplanting plants. I moved out a lot more of these oxide daisies and I actually put them in the garden across the way. Over here, let me just show you, in the evening. Yeah, because yesterday after dinner I was so bloated I had to go and have a lay down, so I made dinner and pudding. And then I was knackered after that, so I went and had a lay down for a couple of hours. Then I got up and I was full of beans, so I came out and I didn't go back indoors till 7:30. And the other day I moved all these oxide daisies. What I've done is I've just transplanted them. I know they're going to shock, but I'm leaving them. I know they look awful right now. I want to get them out of the polytunnel, which is what I'm doing right now. So I'm getting them out of the polytunnel. I did plant some grasses the other day. I'll show you those. We got some compost the other day, so we're now trying this, what is it called? Durstons. We're doing this one now. So this was quite cheap. This was only £5 a bag for 60 litres. So we got 3 of those because I actually ran out of compost. If you can see here, we've got lots of stuff growing in here. See, this is the ground elder. See all this stuff here. I need to pull it out of there, but round the side here and round here, I'm just going to leave it round this side this year because I've tried so many times to plant things in this bit, but this year I'm just going to leave the ground elder. There's some bunny rabbit anti-rhinums there, and there's a bit of feverfew there. And then there's these here that I done earlier in the year, but I need to cut down the sycamore. We don't want loads of sycamore everywhere, but as you can see in there, it looks all right. And then down there, what did I do? I haven't put anything in extras in there yet, but I am going to put some extras in there. Yeah, so I think I will trim this bit of the ground elder and round here because I don't want it invading onto our rockery. But I will dig that up, not dig it up, just trim it. And round here, yeah, I think I can uncover the hostas now. I think they might be safe from being eaten. Yeah, so I think I can uncover them. They look like they're pushing up the cloth. So over here, I've still got this bag with the earth in it. I am going to trim this. I did start on it yesterday. I done this bit here. I started trimming off the moss off the ground. I still haven't done in here. I need to trim in there, and I need to move that thornless blackberry there before it starts growing. I said that before. Here we have, I'm not sure what these are, but they might be raspberries. Well, we'll see soon, won't we? But they are doing something. Over here we do have a lot of fruit on the currants. You see that? So, not quite done that one yet. This one here is the black currant. It's got currants on it. That's a red currant, that one, and that's a red currant, that one. That's a white currant, black currant. I always remember because I just remember, I don't know why. Anyway, they're all growing really well. We're getting fruit. I will cover them up soon, not yet. a bit soon yet. Just want to make sure all the flowers get pollinated before I start covering them up. Because once I cover them up, the little insects can't get in there. I did dig up the acrolegia, I think I said that. So that's gone, and the gooseberry's gone. I took that out. The other things, let's go and have a look at our little pond over here. Yeah, I was gonna, like I said before, I'm gonna move all that earth when I get round to it. I haven't got time yet. I can just throw it on here. I was gonna make this into a rockery. Because I've got all these pots and stuff. I don't know what to do with them. All this old stuff, so we'll just do that. I've got fruit. Hopefully some fruit forming on these trees this year. Not sure, one's apple, one's cherry. I think this might be the cherry tree because of different leaves. And I think this is an apple tree. And then we've got a lovely rose there. We've got a hosta growing in there. And in here is our pond. You can see there is tadpoles. You see those? They're coming up to the surface. See, the trouble is if they come near the surface, then they could get caught by something, but they like sunbathing as well, so yeah. Let's just move that slightly bit. Look, there they all are. They like the sun, you see, so if we just move that this way for a little while, so they get a bit of sun, and they can come up to the surface. But there are new toads and frogs in there at the minute, hopefully. And if you look here, these are all baby sycamores, millions of them from here, on these trees. And they do this every year, and I just pull them out because I don't want millions of sycamores everywhere. And as you can see there, we've got ground elder. Grows everywhere, just absolutely grows everywhere. Over here, yeah, we've got I think these are sweet williams. Yeah, they are sweet williams. There's quite a few of those that I done last year. Our hydrangea, taken forever to get going, but I'm sure it'll get going. The honesty plant, these are all the little daffodils, which we need to cut back. We're going to put our sweet peas in here like we did last year. Put them in here with this. Yeah, we've got some foxglove. We've still got these beautiful primulas, they're still growing. So I think I might take these out once they die back, and then we'll put them elsewhere in the garden so we can appreciate them more, because they're lovely over here, but really nobody sees them, so only me. I'm the only person that sees them because nobody comes over here, and nobody's allowed over here because this is my private garden, so I will have to move them. Yeah, so that's that. So all our fruit bushes here. I'm not sure when these honeyberries ever give any fruit, ever. Not sure when they decide to, but there are 2 of them like they're supposed to have. But I'm not sure what's ever going to happen with them, but we'll just let them be. And this is thornless. Oh no, is this the thornless blackberry? Oh no, this is, no, that is, I'm not getting confused now. That is a thornless blackberry. Yeah. Oh, it's tayberry. No, it's tayberry. Tayberry, thornless blackberry. God's sake, so gooseberry. Okay. Oh dear. Anyway, I'll just show you what I put in the garden over the other side yesterday evening. In the evening, the lemon balm is starting to grow now. Look, that really grows, and it stays growing all summer. I haven't sorted my car out yet. The bluebells, there's a few but not many. I'm going to strim through here, just keep these weeds at bay. And down here, and it looks lovely, this bit, doesn't it? So I left this one here, but everything's starting to grow now. As you can see, the weeds are growing as well. And we've got this plant here, not sure what that is. And there's a nice acrolegia here, and we've got, oh, I will have to cut that. Well, actually what I do is I leave that sycamore because I quite like the look with all the elderberry the Acrolegia and it just looks pretty, doesn't it? All grown in one bit, and then these, and then I usually leave some of these. But when I do the weed killing, I will have to go up to the edge, and anything that I want to keep, I'll have to dig up. Yeah, there's the other buddleia growing all right. There's all the chickens. The chickens will have to stay in for a day. Over here is where I planted some plants yesterday. Let's have a look. I put all these things back. I cleared underneath them and I put them back yesterday. That's what this is. Everything's starting to grow here. Berberis is getting flowers on it. And this hellebore here has got massive leaves on it. And then these beautiful little plants here, I can never remember what they're called. There's acrolegias in there, it's all sorts of things. Some forget-me-nots, the rose. The wallflowers are doing well that I put in. Hostas. Not sure about these, whether they're going to come back, these plants here. If they don't come back, we'll cut them right down this year, the end of this year. I think that buddleia might be dead. There's these weird things here that have big tall flowers on, and I will pull them up where I don't want them. These I've put in yesterday, so there's 3 of these grasses. They're like an ornamental grass, so there's one there and one there, and then I put 3 more up here yesterday. There's one there, and one there, as you can see. And Simon is doing his usual digging job again. Pyrrhus there, and the hellebores starting to go over now, but they look really healthy now. I cut them back. They look very, very healthy. Everything looks really healthy at this time of year until the pests take control. And then this bit around here is what I've done. Oh look, that's gone all variegated, that. So that's the forget-me-nots. So what I decided to do with the forget-me-nots is let them grow where I want them and just cut them off where I don't want them. In fact, that's my plan for the whole garden. So there's some ground elder there. I might leave some of it because it does cover the ground. Hello! Chickens are making a lot of noise. There's some there, and I think the other bunch are over there. Anyway, there's a sycamore there. I didn't realise. Is that sycamore? No, I don't think it is. I don't know. Anyway, little tree's looking good since I cut it back. Looking okay. Yeah, it's all looking nice. See that plant there? That one there has really pretty flowers on it soon. Really lovely. And then there's a hydrangea next to it. My rose here. And I did cut all around the other side. So it looks all nice now. But what my plan is just to put in plants. The gooseberry bush is looking alright that we put in. I'll pull up these. I'll just go around and pull them out or cut them down. I don't want them. What are you lot doing? Hey? What are you doing? Yeah, this plant's looking good. It's got some new growth on it. That's got some flowers on it. Teeny weeny tiny flowers on it. It's all looking pretty. But all I'm going to do is go around the garden once a week, I've decided, once we're running properly. And oh yeah, this is Solomon's seal, this stuff here. I was watching someone with the 15 best plants for the perennial garden, and this was one of them, Solomon's seal. It's lovely, and that's got some growth coming on it. Yeah, it's got buds, so that'll be alright. That rose is happier now. These are much happier now. See that? That's another berberis there. And they're a lot happier now we've opened this area up to get some light to come in, because they were not happy. They were in the dark. Oh, we've got a sycamore there. I'm not sure I want that one. Anyway, let's just show you that. I'll go around and show you the other side of the garden shortly, but first of all I want to just do some seeds. Then I'm going to get my strimmer and just strim a bit and pull out some, actually dig up some dock leaves from my wildflower patch around the other side. Otherwise there won't be any wildflowers, they'll just be covered with dock leaves. And these, I swear these are the ones I've done from seed. All these foxgloves, I'm not sure if they're wild ones or cultivated ones, but they're just standing there for a minute, and I'm going to dig them up and put them elsewhere in the garden, probably over in that garden because they're tall and we need some more height over there. Yeah, so I'm going to do that, but they can just go in whenever you feel like it. Sheep are moaning because the farmer's over there. Anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee and then we're going to do some seeds. And the seeds we're going to do today are cabbage. Because, yeah, we're going to do some cabbage. So I'm just sowing those. We've got two different varieties. We've got Greyhound and we've got Savoy. So we're going to try both of those. We're going to do these money maker tomatoes. I need to get rid of those seeds. So we'll do some more salad. I'm going to do some more basil. I've sowed 2 lots of basil, but I don't know if either lot are going to come up, so I'm doing some more. I'm going to sow some more beetroot. This is just normal beetroot. I've sowed a load, but I'm going to do some more. I'm sowing some cow because I absolutely love the plant. I hate cow, but I love the plant, so I'm going to sow that because I want to put it in the garden. I said that last year, but it didn't grow. Some more lettuce, we'll just do that. Some onions, I keep trying to grow the onions, but they're not having it this year. And the Pomodoro cherry tomatoes. Let me just show you what is growing. So in the house here, we do have the multicoloured primulas, of which there are 2 right now. This end is sweet corn, which I can't see any of, but it's not attacked, but it might have rotted off because I might have watered it too much. I've never grown sweet corn before, so. In here are the tomatoes, of which we haven't got many of. So we've got Moneymaker, oh no, yeah, Moneymaker tomatoes there, which there are only 2 of. And this end we've only got 1 Pomodoro. I think some more might come up, but I'm just going to sow some extras just in case, because I want at least 6 of each plant. So, and then in here are the wildflower seeds from the garden that seeded last year, and I gathered the seeds. Nothing happening here. Oh, look at that big bumblebee. Massive bumblebee. It smells beautiful in here, by the way, with the wallflowers that have been going all winter. Look at that. I love wallflowers. They are one of the best flowers ever for the smell and the colour, and just add a splash of brightness in the garden and the polytunnel. Anyway, in here, these are growing. These are growing, whatever they are. I don't think they're Tagetis. I might have done this slightly wrong. That might be the Sweet Williams at the front here. Doesn't matter. Whatever they are, they will be beautiful. Nothing growing in here with the zinnias. No. I might have overwatered things. Never mind. Sweet pea, Monmouth, we've only got 1. Cosmos, no. Sunflowers, 1 died off. We had 1 there, it's died off. This one's looking a bit yellow. Might have done them a bit early, so we will sow some more. White lady, pansies, nothing. Not sure what's happening with those. We'll sow some more. California poppy, oh no, red goblin. The daisy thing, there's 1. Chrysanthemums, there's 1. Sorry, my hand's in the way. Sage, nothing yet. Celery, no. No, most of it. But look at this, the ornamental cabbage. This is why I think I should sow my cabbage now. because this is ornamental cabbage, and if that's growing, then normal cabbage should grow. That's my reasoning. So that's what I'm going to do. They're not growing. The basil, yeah, we've got a couple coming up. These are growing, these Mother Day seeds that my grandchildren sent me a card which you soaked, and it actually was covered in seeds. I didn't know that until my daughter told me. But there are a couple coming up. In here, these are actually doing really well. These are the cucumbers, and they're actually growing. They are market more. I've never grown them, but we're gonna have them ones this year, different ones. In here, these aren't growing yet. None of these are growing yet. Sure they will. Oh, apart from these, which are candy tuft. They're growing. Anyway, just what I'd show you that. So now I'm going to sow some more seeds. I did put seeds in the ground here, in here and there, over there, everywhere in the garden. But most of the time they don't grow. Even though I put a handful of compost in with them, they still don't grow. But yeah, not sure. Mizuna in there. I think that could be a what do you call it? Which I've moved out. I've taken them out. I don't want them in here. I wonder what I've done with them. Where did I put them? Yeah, I potted on some bergamot. Not bergamot. What are they called? Oh, hold on. It comes to me in a minute. Anyway, these are doing all right. All these cuttings. I think this is Solomon's seal. This is Solomon's seal. That's good, because I can move that into somewhere else in the garden, which would be really good. And these are all doing really well, these cuttings here. So I'm really happy with those. Not sure about the trees. Yeah, all the currant bushes are coming. And the celery that I just had 3 seeds off are doing alright. And then over here we do have the, what are they? Unseed for coriander, which I don't know if it's going to grow or not. I did put in, that's what I did the other day. I put in the peas. So these ones are onward peas. So, and these ones here are the first early peas. Here, along this. I did weed this the other day. And there's peas in here and there. You can see all the strings. Wherever there's a string, there's a pea. So yeah, I weeded all this the other day, and I moved all these feverfew along this edge here to grow them on, and then I'll put them in the garden. We have a lot of stuff coming up over there. I don't know if they're just weeds, but I did put lots of stuff in there. But we just got to keep an eye on things and just keep planting things, just keep getting rid of seed, especially old seed, because you know it does get old after a while, and then it's no good anyway, so you might as well get rid of it and plant it somewhere or do something with it and see if it grows. But if it doesn't, then just get rid of it. That's my motto. Anyway, hydrangeas are doing all right since I took 2 out the other day to put around the other side. So there are our hydrangea cuttings. I'll put them back in here after I separated them to give them a chance to revive. Nothing happening on the spring onion front. Nothing happening here or here. I'm sure they'll come later. These are the statice, and that's something else there. I did put some tagetes at the back. I'm not sure if they're going to grow. I took the Estabel out, as I showed you before. Yeah, this is statice, which are going to be put in the garden once they get to a better size. They're growing now, but they're getting there, so we will be moving all them. These are forget-me-nots. I don't know why they're in here. They must have been in the earth that I put in here, because these bluebells are in the earth that I put in here. So we haven't got many more of these left now, the oxide daisies. Just a couple of bits here that we can take out. We're taking out all of these this year. And I'm putting them in the garden, as you saw already. Anyway, I think that's enough. I'm just going to sow seeds now, and I'll see you later around the other side of the garden. Sorry if... Oh, no, it's okay. Sue's Dolbrodmaeth garden stand. It's the 23rd of April 2025. I cannot believe it. It's gone so quick this month. absolutely ridiculous. I can't keep up with the time. It's just going so fast, and I just don't know. Anyway, I just want to show you what I've done in the polytunnel. I didn't actually do much in the polytunnel yesterday. I was actually indoors, and I actually cleaned the windows, the patio doors I was cleaning, and also the breakfast room windows, because that's my mission, is to start that room. But when I looked for some paint, I thought I had some of the brown paint, but I hadn't got any. So I've ordered some, and it should come tomorrow. So I can't do the painting, but I've got to go and see if I've got any grey paint. Anyway, I'll put that in a separate video, because that's nothing to do with what I'm doing out here. Anyway, I want to show you, I've labelled my seeds that I've done the day before yesterday. I've done a load of seeds with my new compost. So I'm going to see if this compost is any better than the previous compost. And also I've ordered some rocket, because I ran out of rocket seeds. And I do think that having new seed does make a lot of difference to your germination, because I did notice here, because I do have a lot of old seed, which is hit and miss if it germinates or not, that's for sure. But I do have some brand new seed which I got for 50p. I mean, their end of life was this year, but they've still got, they're perfectly fine. So if you find seeds that are ending in the same year that you're buying them, then there's nothing wrong with those seeds. If they're sort of 5 or 6 years old, they might take a long time to germinate. But I want to just show you the germination that we're getting from the new seeds that we bought compared to old seed. So let's just show you that. All the new seeds from B&Q. Was it B&Q? Yeah, it was. We went to the other week, and they were only 50p a packet of seeds. And as you can see here, we've already got germination coming without much help being used by me. These are old seed from this lavender. Oh no, they're new seed as well. These are all the seeds that I bought in a batch. But look at these. These are the ornamental cabbage. So they're to go in the garden to look pretty. And then look at all these. They're starting to come now. And I just want to show you my cucumbers, which are also new seed, telegram. Look at that. There's loads of germination now. We better move that label, interfering with that poor little cucumber there. So yeah, look, they're nearly all germinated. All of those seeds, I put 2 in each one, and they're nearly all germinated. So that shows you, if you buy new seed, you will get germination, whereas old seed, as you can see by a lot of these, this was my own. See, this was that card seed, so that'd probably be all right with the cards, the Mother Day seeds. That basil, I've got different kinds of basil at different sort of ages as when we bought it, but nothing is bought recently. The only new seeds that I've bought are these ones here. These ones, they're all the new seeds. The rest are all old seed. As you can see, it's very sporadic germination. Some will work, some won't work. Some I keep re-sowing, because different times of year, sometimes you have to sow them at different times of year. The temperature has a lot to do with it. We do have something coming from the evening primrose section. They're from gathered seed that I gathered. And you just got to be patient. So I want to show you these ones that I just done. These are all old seed. Well, the cow isn't very old. That's not very old seed, but the rest, the onions aren't very old seed, but they're not germinating very well, I don't think. It might have been on their last legs. So I've ordered some Mizuna. Did I order new Mizuna? No, I don't need any yet. I've got a load, big packet. Yeah, that's right. I was going to order some. So we got these turnips, Mizuna. I put some more Pomodoro tomatoes in there, because we're not getting much germination over there, because they're all old seed. The Savoy cabbage, because I thought them cabbages, them ornamental cabbages, are actually germinating. So I thought this is a good time of year for normal cabbages to germinate then. So there's some Savoy cabbage in there, some Tom's, more money maker tomatoes, in case none of them you know, work. Some cow, ornamental I'm using for only. I do not like cow, I only like the look of it. The lettuce, all different types of lettuce I'm keep putting in. Normal bolt hardy, beetroot. I'm just re-sowing stuff, and there's some greyhound cabbage here as well, and some more basil. I've got another different kind of basil. I've put basil everywhere. There's basil all down here, but whether it'll grow in here I don't know, because the top of the soil does get dry really quickly, which is not good for seeds when you're trying to germinate a load of seeds. These onions in here don't seem to be doing anything at the moment, which we sowed in the 4th. Spring onions they are, but they don't seem to be doing anything right now. Over here I did water these coriander, which I'm hoping are coming up. I think they are. I think this is them. I think this is coriander. Let me see. Oh, you can't tell yet because they're too, but there's a clump of them growing together there, which makes me think that they're coriander. So I hope these grow, because I do like coriander. I did water this patch yesterday with these peas in it. Yeah, so I'm just putting loads of seeds in the ground, as well as in tubs and pots and stuff. Oh, I wanted to show you is these growing? I don't know. See, I watered these, and this is Tuscany salad. But every time I seem to put salad in the ground, it gets eaten immediately by some little critters. They always come and eat it. Yeah, those carrots are doing all right back there. I don't know if there's actually any carrots on them. These delphiniums are growing really well. I've done from seed last year. And I did sow a row of delphinium seeds in here. And also I will do some in some pots, because I did only get these few last year from the delphiniums that I sowed. I think that is a borage there, which we don't want growing in here. So I'm going to move that out. You're getting out of there. These strawberries are looking good over here, look. I did put a load of poo on them. I just threw it on the top. And I'm going to use the rest of the poo from the sheep field, and I'm just going to make a like a liquid feed, and when these go to strawberries I will do that. And I will also put some hay on there from the chickens. Oh, there's another borage there. I don't want that growing there. I think there's a carrot there. Anyway, look at this rhubarb. It's doing well. It needs to go in something bigger now. This tub here is completely falling apart. I didn't touch it. This is my rubber plant from the house, which still is waning. I'm trying not to overwater it. I re-potted it, but we'll see. This is the other rhubarb, which I think has rotted off, but I don't know. It might not have done. If it has, I will get rid of that. I'm doing some more rhubarb from seed anyway, somewhere on this table. I think there is. I will do some more, because I know them seeds are alright. Did I do rhubarb here? Sure I did rhubarb. Yeah, there. Whoa. Yeah, there's some rhubarb seeds. I just put them in these pots when I came to the end of the last lot of compost. I just have to sow things every day. So today we're going to be sowing some more seeds. I just saw a bee on this. Look how pretty that is. That's the plant that my friend gave me out of her garden, and I just put it in there for a minute for it to root. Anyway, Enki, no. Oh, Enki's moaning. Anyway, I wanted to show you these. That's what I was going to show you. These are the radish. They're bigger than me. Now they've gone really big. I'm letting them. Oh god, this plant here is trying to trip me up. Wow, look at this one. They're huge. These are the radish that I've let go to seed, so that the bugs in here have got something to, you know, get the nectar off. There's loads of bugs in here, by the way. One minute there's lots, and the next minute they disappear. Then they come back, then they go, then they come back. But this is sort of bug heaven. And you need bugs. If you don't have any bugs, you won't have any life, because bugs are life. And they love these. The hoverflies absolutely love these Mizuna flowers. Oh, there's loads. They come round here every now and then. And my lovely wallflowers that I absolutely adore. I know I keep saying it, but they are here in my face every time I walk past. And every morning I come out here, they're there. And they don't go anywhere. They're just there all the time. Okay, what we got going on here? Look at all these weeds. I cannot see any leeks, because leeks are like just bits of grass. That's what they look like. I can't see anything growing in there. We might have to start again with this. Supposed to have coriander in there as well. I'll leave it for a little bit longer just to see if I can see the coriander growing in there. And if I can't, I will just dig that over and start again, because that's what I do. So I don't waste time these days, like giving everything too much time, because I haven't got time to mess around all the time with all these things. They've just got to grow, and if they don't grow, I'll just redo them until there's no longer any more time to sow seeds. But while there's sowing seeds season, God, sowing seeds season, wow, I have to use that. I need to just keep sowing seeds. That's it. I'm going to undo the hostas. You can do it with me, because I think they need uncovering now. But the hostas, I think, will survive now, even if the birds do attack them now. I think they'll be alright. I had to cover them up, like I said. Sorry, my arm's in the way. Because, look, see, can you see this? All this here is being attacked by birds. But hopefully, now it's started to grow, it will survive. I did notice this last year, and I did do the same thing last year. These ones are a lot bigger on this side. I've got millions of sycamore growing in my beds. I need to get them out. I don't want them. There, look, see that? That leaf will sort itself out, but I think they might be alright now. We will keep an eye. But if they do get attacked, you just cover them up and they soon revive. But I do have to do this every year, cover up the hostas, and just hope the birds don't eat them. But they don't normally when they get to a certain point. It's only when they're newly coming through the ground they seem to really like them. But once they get a bit bigger, they don't seem to like them so much. Oops, let's get in here. Anyway. Yeah, I just want to show you that. I'm going to just show you around the other side in my other garden, because I haven't showed you that for a little while. So let's go around there and we can go and feed the chicken now. The pond garden, I call it. I just noticed yesterday, sitting on the patio, my little tree here that looks really amazing. Yeah, it's really growing. It's just a sapling that I found. And I just planted it last year, and it's really growing now. I had to release the plastic from it because it was getting a bit tight, so I'll probably tie it to that bit of thing now, loosely. Oh yeah, I just want to show you the area where the tadpoles are. They're all here amongst this lovely load of blanket of weed that I put here. So they're all amongst there. They're very hard to see, especially on the daylight day where it's quite dull. But there are loads in there still. Not as many as there were first when they first started, but there are still a lot in there. I don't know where they go underneath but there are so many predators in this pond, it's unbelievable. But it's starting to look quite pretty now, because all the plants are getting established now. It's taken quite a while, especially with these irises that I put in. I did just throw a couple of irises that I had round the other side over there. I think I need to get a couple of pond, you know, see these sort of pond things. I need to get a couple more of these, bigger ones, for those two irises that are over there, so they don't go too mental, because I actually want them in the water, because they were in water. It's quite chilly. Anyway, I keep trimming this. I keep this under control, so but I'm going to leave this a lot of grass here and all this wilderness stuff, and there's loads and loads of places, little cubby holes. If you look over there, you can see all around the edges there's like little holes and places for insects and frogs and things to go in. And obviously there's all round here. But yeah, I'm amazed at pond life. Absolutely love it, pond life. I love looking at the pond every single day. Every day I come over here and check the pond out, and there's one of them big beetles there, is it? Or is that a leaf? Yeah, we've got some big beetles in here. I have seen those sort of remnants of a couple of things, which I don't know what they are. I think that is a beetle there. Come up to the surface. Or is it a leaf? What is it? What is that? That might be a leaf or a dead one, dead beetle. Yeah, the pond life, like, you know, things are alive and then they're dead and then... Oh no, it was alive. Look, it's gone now. So it was one of them big black beetle things. It can give you a nasty pinch apparently. We were researching them a bit. Anyway, we'll just take a look at the bed. So it's still all right in here. I'm going to cut all the flowers off these now because they've all gone over. So we're going to deadhead all these. It's actually really cold, to tell you the truth. I thought it was warmer than this. My hands are actually getting cold. So there's buddleia there, but I'm not working outside today. I'm just going to be doing indoors in a minute. I'm just holding it off as long as possible because I love being outside so much. Anyway, this little tree here is growing, whatever this was. I don't know what it is, but it's another little tree. Not sure if it's the same one as the one over in the far side there. We've got some nice, yeah, look, the evening primrose here. I think there's a foxglove there. And then there's some weeds. I need to sort this bed out next. That is my bed that the potatoes are going to go. Oh no, flowers going in there. I decided that I want mostly flowers and plants over here rather than food, because this will be an ornamental garden with some potatoes thrown in for good measure. This is growing now, that's good. The Aquilegia, the feverfew, all of these, they'll come back next year twice as hard. They'll be fine, all these. I put a load of these oxide daisies in here because they give height, a lot of height, and a couple of nice hydrangeas here that can get nice and bushy. This will get bushy eventually, this asterbill will get quite a big plant. But I'm trying to put in some height into these beds here, so we've got more height, because at the moment we haven't got much. And I can't remember what this is. Oh, this is a tree. Well, this is a sycamore tree, I think, which I wouldn't mind having one of those in here. We've got our borrages growing, it's growing really well. I need to weed this bed. We've got an apple tree here that we did get a couple of apples off last year. So that one's growing quite good. So we've only got one stem on that, or two stems. I did have to cut one off that was further down. That's okay. And then we got this thing here, which is a Rose of Sharon. I don't know what the technical name is, but that one seems to be growing tall. And then we got these here. These are all from when we had the patio originally, and these some of the plants that I saved from there, as is the Mahonia, which was also saved from there. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I might have to give it some food, I think. It is a really old Mahonia anyway, so I'm surprised that it lasted at all, because it is a very old Mahonia. And then we've got this here. We cleared this bed out the other day, and we've got the beautiful lupin growing here. There was some other stuff in here, but it all died off. We've got the buddleia, this little tree, the honesty, which I did have to stake the other day, but it seems to be wanting to fall over again now. Just trying to get it to stay up. Yeah, I had to weed all round here the other day, this little tree. There's a couple of lupins in there. I was trying to save some of the wild flowers, but I couldn't figure out which was a wild flower from all the dock leaves that were in there, so I just got them all out. I need to go through here carefully, because down this end we do have asparagus growing, and there's some lupins in there. But down here we've got all our strawberries, so I need to weed this hand by hand. That's going to take a little while. I'm not doing that today because it's not very warm and I don't fancy that at all. the other day I did come out and I trimmed all of this, and I did, I haven't dug it over yet, but I did trim it all, and I put a lot of the waste from the chickens on here. I do have another lot to put on here in the barrow, but I haven't brought it around yet. And I did neatly put the bricks round so I can define where the, but this is where all the potatoes are going. So half of it will be the King Edwards and half is the Maris Piper. But I'm going to put the next lot of food on first and then dig it in. I want to dig it in a bit, not too much, but that will take quite a couple of hours to do. And then in here I did trim this end of it, but obviously around here we have our garlic, but the garlic should be ready soon. I think when the leaves start going yellow is when the garlic's ready, so hopefully that'll be soon. I did accidentally cut one down with a trimmer. But overall, I'm trying to keep this part, well, I'm trying to keep the whole garden neat and tidy, not just one bit. So now we've got it under control, it's just a matter of going around at least once or twice a week, in between all the other jobs, and just doing a bit of gardening, because I absolutely love gardening, so I don't find it a chore at all. And we need to keep it all under control. My next mission, as I said before, is to get rid of the weeds. And I'm going to have to do something drastic. So before they start growing back into the car park, which they will, and then it will be horrendous, because Simon spent so much time digging them up all along that edge there and all round here. This was like a carpet of grass. As you can see, it's still there, but the rest of it, he dug it all up. And over there, look, you can see. But I don't want to, I don't want Simon to be doing that anymore. We need to keep it under control now. And he has to take off this carpet of grass, because even if you put weed killer on it, it'll just be all brown and it'll still be there, so you need to dig it up. But yeah, and I can trim it actually once it's done, and then that'll be it. I want a really strong weed killer just for this job, and then I have to do it. I have to, because this year I cannot be doing this stuff, you know, like wasting time doing this, because it just takes up so much time. I've got so much to do. I ain't got time to waste weed killing every day. So I want to do it like once every 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. Just go round the spray the car park and the drive, and that's what I'm going to do. So I've decided I've got to bite the bullet and go for it with that. So that's what I'm going to have to do. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you. It's absolutely freezing, by the way. I'm going to go in now because I've got to finish cleaning my windows. And I'm going to see if I can find some paint to do some painting. Anyway, I'll start turning around because I've got a lot to do, and I only came out here to our pheasant, the one we tried to save, it died, but we're going to have to bury that. But I wanted to bury it underneath a willow tree, because I've got some willow that my friend gave me, which has got roots on now. So what I'm planning on doing is digging a hole by the river. There's a space there, there's a space over there, so I thought we could dig a hole there. We could plant Rupert, which is what I called him, and then I'm going to plant then put a layer of earth and then plant a willow tree on top of him, because we need an additional tree over there to help with the bank of the river, because the roots help hold the river together. So I want to do that, and willow love water, so being right by the river would be an ideal place. And plus the pheasants, they're always hanging out over there, so it'd be a good spot. So I'm going to do that later on today. So he's alright. I've left him in the little house over there. He's still sitting on like a bed, and he looks very, I think he got hit by a car a few weeks ago, and then he's gradually got worse. I mean, we've been feeding him, but there's not much you can do. You can just make his life better by keeping him away from other pheasants, making his life nicer. We all seem to be having dead birds around here, I tell you. I mean, it's just nature, and you know, but cars, yeah, especially on this main road, pheasants get killed all the time on there, all the time. They're always getting killed on there. It's like a massacre, which helps feed the kites and the crows and all them kind of birds, but when we get the opportunity to try and help one, we do, and sometimes they live and sometimes they die. It's just the way it is. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next section. Bye.